seventh day. Example say the Sabbath day is the best day of the week. That's when we rest together as a family and take our time to learn your word, relax and to eat. From all our work, we will cease as we enter in your Sabbath day. Father, renew me so you can use me.
Shalom friends, a pleasant good morning to you. It's the Shabbath of Yahuwah or Elohim, and I just want to come on here just to share with you all, a very beautiful passage here in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9, and I will not take long. Okay, so I'm gonna read from Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 11 to 12, and it reads like this. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill. But time and chance happens to them all. For man also know not his time, as the fish that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falls suddenly upon them. Sometimes you've been reading the word and you pass some passages and it's like, okay, but then there's a time when you're like, whoa, how did I pass this? How did I really not look into this? And this is what happened to me last week as my family and myself were in this same book, right? As we did our family worship last Shabbat, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. And I was like, wow. To my husband, I was like, babe, look at this. Like myself, complaining was one of my biggest, and I do struggle at times with it, but it's not like how I was before, because I've prayed so much on it, right? We know that the Most High do not like murmuring and complaining, and I'm sure we're well familiar with what the children of Israel went through while they were there out in the wilderness. They complain, they murmur, and it causes most of their destruction. Okay, so as I came upon this passage, I was blown away. It's not the first time I've read it, but as I've mentioned, sometimes we read a certain passage in the Bible and we kind of go over it, but then another time we read that same passage and then we're like, whoa. So I believe what this passage here is saying, what this specific passage here is saying, that sometimes we complain and we look at others and we're like, why this can happen to me, why that happened to them. Look how long I've been working to get my house, look how long I've been trying to get this car, or look how long I've been trying to this or that, or whatever the case. We complain and we compare ourselves to others, and the thing is, we don't understand that it's not that they are better than us, or things is going on for them, but it's just that your time or my time didn't come yet. The word is plainly saying here that chance and time happen to them all. It's not that the rich is in a bracket different from the poor, right? Time and chance happen to them all. It's just that your time didn't come yet, or my time didn't come yet. It's just happen when it's supposed to happen. It will happen at the appropriate time. Again, many of us live our lives believing that things will happen when we want it to happen. And we have to understand that, you know, we don't own ourselves, right? There is the boss, the big boss, who have everything in his hand, right? Time is in his hand. We cannot control nothing really, you know, of ourselves, right? We just have to work at it, and when the time comes, then it will happen. Okay, so this year I just want to encourage someone, you know, because it really did encourage me. I used to be a person who complain and murmur about every single thing I complain about. You understand me? And I can give so many examples. For instance, you know, I used to wonder why we can't get our house, why we have so many children. My family is a, you know, decent sized family, and then when you look at people who have only like one child, or maybe don't even have, you know, any children at all, you know, I look at the way they live. You know, they don't even pay no mind to the Most High. They don't even care, as if, you know, he is to be worshipped, he is to be feared. And then you look at yourself, like, you try your best so much to live according to the word. You know, you try your best not to even trespass as much as you can, even though we're all born in sin and shaped in iniquity, but you try your best so much to please him. And then you're like, look at me, you know, it's so hard. Like, why so difficult for us, you know, to get a house? You know, look at us, look at them, you know. And I must say, this passage really encourages me. Really encouraged me. And I just want to encourage someone: do not compare yourself with nobody, no matter what they have and no matter what you have. Give thanks. Give thanks. Your time will come. You know, everything happens by chance and time. It will happen. If it has happened for them, it will happen for you. We just have to wait. We just have to be patient, you know. So the 12 verses: for man also know not his time, as a fish that are taken in an even net. So what is that saying right there? You know, like a fisherman who go out, you know, to catch fish. I have a friend who is a fisherman, and you know, the way he sets is, you know, he sets his bait, you know, on the rod or whatever it is, and you know, there goes this little fish now, you know. Okay, I'm gonna go to get some food today. You know, I'm just in the mind of the fish. You know, they're swimming, happy, you know, swimming down there in the water. Now came upon this bait, believing that, you know, it's a real fish. Boom, that fish is now caught. So this is what, you know, the word is saying here, that, you know, for a man also know not his time. You don't know when it will happen. We don't know when it will happen for us. You don't know when it will happen for you. You know, as the fish that are taken in an even net, right? And as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snare in an evil way when it falls suddenly upon them. So we're gonna take this part as a we're gonna speak, you know, in the opposite way. You know, good will happen when it will happen, and also bad will happen when it will happen. You know, we cannot control nothing. We have to understand that, you know, the Creator is in control of every single thing, good and evil. The word said it, right? We just have to, you know, do a requirement, you know, pray, you know, wait, be patient, because that's also a virtue. As a child of the Most High, we have to practice patience. And, you know, think about it. When you're a person who complains a lot and murmur a lot, it shows that really we don't have that character, you know, patience. And you know, the Bible do talks about that, the fruit of the rock, or the fruit of the spirit. You know, these are characters that we must portray. You know, as a child of a king, we have to wait. It will happen by chance and time, in his time. Anyways, that is it for today. I pray that this has brought some encouragement to your spirit. It is the Shabbath of Yah or Elohim, and at this point I'm about to go drink some tea. Yes, I have my tea, and then we'll go into family worship. But I hope that this is an encouragement to you. Please share it if it has encouraged you, and I pray that you'll have a wonderful day in the Most High. Shalom.
The rest family.